Is imagine if I told you that there's a way to make 99% of cancer cells destroy themselves, not with drugs, not with painful treatments, but by simply changing how your body uses energy. Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me for the next few minutes, because what I'm about to share could completely change how you think about food, energy, in your own body's power to heal. See, every single cell in your body runs on one simple thing: energy, and how your body produces that energy. The process we call metabolism determines everything about your health. But here's the crazy part, cancer cells don't play by the same rules as normal cells. They have their own twisted way of surviving, and it turns out they depend on one specific metabolic pathway to stay alive. Once you understand this trick and how to switch it off, you can actually make it impossible for most cancer cells to survive. Now, I'm not saying this is some magical cure. This isn't about hype or false hope. This is about understanding how your body truly works and using science natural methods to shift the environment inside you so that cancer simply can't grow. You're about to discover the easiest metabolic trick that researchers have been talking about for years, one that forces cancer cells into a corner until they have no choice but to self-destruct. So, here's where it all begins. Let's go deep inside your body for a moment. Imagine your cells like little engines. They burn fuel to produce energy. Most healthy cells can use two types of fuel: glucose, which is sugar, and fat, which is stored energy. Your body is designed to switch between these two smoothly. When there's food, you burn glucose. When you fast or reduce sugar, your body flips to fat burning mode. This flexibility is what keeps you strong, lean, and disease-free. But cancer cells, they're like broken engines. They can't use fat for fuel. They've lost that flexibility. They depend almost entirely on glucose, sugar, to survive. This discovery was made almost a century ago by a German scientist named Otto Warburg, and it's known as the Warburg Effect. He found that cancer cells ferment sugar for energy, even when oxygen is available, something normal cells don't do. That means cancer cells are addicted to sugar. Now, think about that for a second. If cancer cells can't survive without sugar, what do you think happens when you stop feeding them sugar? Exactly. They start to weaken, starve, and die off. That's the essence of the metabolic trick I'm about to explain. It's about starving cancer cells of their preferred fuel so they simply can't continue living. And the best part, this trick doesn't involve any pills or fancy treatments. It's something you can start doing naturally using the foods you eat or don't eat every day. Let me explain how it works. When you eat a diet high in sugar and processed carbs, things like white bread, sweets, sodas, pasta, your body constantly floods your bloodstream with glucose. Your insulin levels spike to handle that sugar, and over time your cells become resistant to insulin. That resistance is a breeding ground for inflammation, obesity, and yes, even cancer. Cancer cells thrive in that kind of environment: high sugar, low oxygen, high inflammation. But when you reduce sugar, when you eat real whole foods, and when you occasionally give your body a break from constant eating, something as simple as intermittent fasting, everything changes. Your body starts producing ketones, which are clean, burning molecules made from fat. These ketones can be used by your healthy cells for energy, but here's the key: cancer cells can't use them. They literally can't process ketones, so when your metabolism shifts into fat burning mode, cancer cells are starved of the only fuel they can use, glucose. That's the metabolic trick. Flip your body's main energy source from sugar to fat. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. You're not attacking cancer directly. You're changing its environment, cutting off the fuel that keeps it alive. And this isn't just theory. Studies have shown that when patients follow low-carb, ketogenic-style diets or intermittent fasting routines, cancer growth slows down, tumors shrink, the body becomes less hospitable to cancer. It's like changing the soil so weeds can't grow anymore. Now, let me be real with you. This doesn't mean you just stop eating and expect miracles overnight. The body needs balance. You still need proper nutrition, micronutrients, hydration, and rest. But by controlling how and when you eat, you can create a metabolic environment that supports healing and weakens disease. So let's talk about how you can actually do this. First, reduce your sugar intake. And I don't just mean the obvious candies and desserts. I'm talking about hidden sugars in sauces, breads, breakfast cereals, and even so-called healthy snacks. These sugars spike your insulin and feed those rogue cancer cells. Second, add more healthy fats into your diet. Things like avocado, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. These fats help your body transition into fat burning mode more easily. When you go longer between meals, your body starts tapping into stored fat, producing ketones that fuel your brain and muscles while starving cancer cells. Third, try incorporating fasting, even just a few hours longer between dinner and breakfast. is that small window of not eating gives your cells a chance to repair themselves. It activates something called autophagy, your body's built-in cleanup system. Autophagy literally means self-eating. It's how your body gets rid of damaged cells, toxins, and yes, even precancerous cells before they become a threat. Think about it. Every night you fast while sleeping, your body's cleaning up. Now imagine extending that process just a bit longer, maybe 14 or 16 hours. You give your body the time and space to do deeper cleaning. That's when your metabolism resets, your insulin drops, and cancer cells lose their food supply. It's such a simple trick, but so few people actually use it because we've been conditioned to eat all day long. Breakfast, snacks, lunch, snacks again, dinner, dessert. Constant eating means constant sugar in the blood, and that means constant fuel for cancer. Now let's zoom out for a moment. You might be wondering, if this trick is so powerful, why isn't everyone talking about it? The truth is, medicine has focused for decades on treating symptoms rather than addressing root causes. We've built entire industries around fighting disease after it appears instead of preventing it in the first place. But more and more researchers and doctors are now realizing that metabolic health is the key, not just for cancer, but for nearly every chronic condition we face today. And the best part is, you don't need expensive treatments to do this. You just need awareness and consistency. Imagine your body as a garden. When you feed it junk, weeds grow. When you clean the soil, water it properly, and give it sunlight, the weeds die on their own. You don't need to fight them, you just change the environment. Cancer works the same way. It can't thrive in a body with low sugar, low inflammation, strong immunity, and clean metabolism. So by focusing on that metabolic switch, you're not just fighting cancer, you're building a body that cancer can't live in. Now, some people might worry, if I fast or cut sugar, won't I feel weak? At first, maybe a little. That's your body adjusting. But after a few days, something incredible happens. Your energy stabilizes, your mind clears up, your cravings disappear. That's your metabolism becoming flexible again, just like it was designed to be. And remember, this isn't about starving yourself. It's about timing your meals and choosing the right fuel. You can still enjoy delicious, nutrient-rich foods. Just be mindful of when and what you eat. Start with small changes, maybe skip breakfast twice a week or replace sugary snacks with healthy fats. Over time, your body adapts and the benefits multiply. The key here is consistency. You don't need perfection, you just need progress. Every small change you make toward lowering sugar, reducing inflammation, and improving metabolic health makes it harder for cancer cells to survive. Let me share something powerful. Cancer cells are fragile. They may look aggressive under a microscope, but they're actually weak when deprived of sugar. They can't survive oxidative stress. They can't handle clean, oxygen-rich environments. So when you move your body, when you exercise, when you breathe deeply, when you eat clean and reduce sugar, you're literally creating an internal world where cancer cannot survive. It's not about fear. It's about empowerment. You are not helpless. Your body is designed to protect you. If you give it the right tools, and think about how simple those tools are: fasting, whole foods, movement, deep sleep, hydration, and peace of mind. That's the easiest metabolic trick of all, living the way nature intended. When you align with that, your metabolism becomes your defense system. Let's go even deeper. When you fast or lower your carbs, insulin levels drop. Lower insulin means less growth signaling for cancer. Cancer thrives on those signals, insulin and IGF-1, because they tell cells to multiply. So when you lower them, you send the opposite message: you stop growing, pause, repair. Meanwhile, your healthy cells go into a kind of protective mode. They become stronger. That's another fascinating thing about this process. Cancer cells weaken, while healthy cells become resilient. It's like natural selection inside your body. Only the strong survive, and the strong ones are your healthy cells. Now, I know the idea of fasting can sound intimidating, especially if you've never tried it before, but it doesn't have to be extreme. Start with a simple 12-hour window. Finish dinner at 7 p.m. and eat breakfast at 7 a.m., then gradually extend that window to 14 or 16 hours. During that time, stay hydrated, drink water, herbal tea, or black coffee if you like. Once you get used to it, your body will naturally feel lighter and more energized. And here's something amazing. Fasting doesn't just help with cancer prevention. It boosts brain health, improves insulin sensitivity, enhances longevity, and reduces inflammation throughout the body. It's like hitting the reset button for your entire system. We've all been taught that eating frequently keeps our metabolism active. But the truth is, the more often you eat, especially sugar, heavy foods, the more you stress your metabolism. Giving it breaks is what truly keeps it strong and flexible. So, to sum it up in the simplest way, cancer cells are sugar junkies. They can't survive without glucose. By using the easiest metabolic trick, fasting and switching to fat-burning mode, you cut off their supply line, and your healthy cells thrive on the clean, steady energy from fats and ketones. That's the power of metabolic health. It's not a secret, it's nature's design. Your body knows how to heal itself, you just have to get out of its way. And listen, even if you already have health issues, it's never too late to start. Every day you make a small change, you shift your body toward healing. Replace sugary drinks with water, add more greens and healthy fats, move a little more, sleep a little deeper. These are small actions, but they create big changes over time. Cancer is not a punishment, it's a signal. It's your body's way of saying something is out of balance. And the easiest metabolic trick, turning off sugar dependency and reigniting your body's natural fat burning, is how you restore that balance. So the next time you reach for that sugary snack, remember it's not just about calories, it's about chemistry. Every bite is either feeding health or feeding disease. So you have the power to choose. Now I want you to imagine your body 1 year from now. Glowing skin, clear mind, strong energy, no fear of disease. That's the future waiting for you when you start taking control of your metabolism today. The science is clear. The stories are real. People all around the world are transforming their health by following this simple principle: stop feeding the problem, and the problem dies by itself. That's exactly what happens when you take away sugar. 99% of cancer cells can't handle that shift. They self-destruct. And that's why I call it the easiest metabolic trick, because it's free, natural, and available to everyone. You don't need fancy supplements or equipment. You just need awareness and the willingness to make small, consistent choices. So, here's my challenge to you for the next 7 days. Cut out processed sugar. Add a few hours of fasting. Focus on clean foods and deep breathing. Watch how your energy shifts. Watch how your cravings disappear. That's your metabolism waking up. Your body remembering how powerful it really is. And once you feel that power, there's no going back. Because when you realize that you can literally create an internal environment that kills cancer cells naturally, you'll never see food or health the same way again. Remember, your body is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally. Treat it with respect, and it will protect you in ways medicine can't. So go ahead, take that step. Trust your body. Use this metabolic trick. Let nature do its work, and watch as your energy, your health, and your confidence transform from the inside out. You are in control. Your metabolism is your medicine, and when you choose the right fuel, cancer doesn't stand a chance. Thank you for watching, and if you found this message powerful, share it with someone who needs to hear it, because together, by spreading awareness, we can create a world where people don't just fight disease, they prevent it through knowledge and action. Stay strong, stay aware, and remember your health is in your hands. The easiest metabolic trick isn't in a lab, it's in your daily choices. Make them count.